Welcome back to PCM Yeti episode 113. We're going to wrap up this Tour de France with, first off, the final mountain stage, and it's a big one. We're going to hit up the Tourmalet today, and it's back-to-back massive climbs, and we're already down to just 82 kilometers left on this one. It is one of those short stages. We've had a good draw and a bad draw all at the same time. We are, now that it's stage 18 of 21, we are into those final phases, and so there's a lot of extra fatigue. I've got 3 guys that are now expected negative race day condition. -1s is all, but negative nonetheless. And fitness peaks are coming close to an end. Fatsec is down to a +4 for his expected. Haddad's down to a +3, but Haddad has drawn a +1 today, and Vatsek has a -2. But he's got better support than expected, but it's going to be really hard for him to not lose time on a stage such as this with only a +2. The other thing to watch out for, of course, is the breakaway and anybody making a big surprise, massive move up the grid. Burhi is today's highest placed in the 21-man break. I didn't want to put anyone there, even though it could be beneficial, but trying to manage both is so problematic. I've got to be able to focus on my group. That's the best way to do it. So even though it could be beneficial to have somebody up the road and rest, recover, and come back to us to help out later on, it's just too much to mess with. So nobody in the break, 5-minute advantage is all, and Burhi is 24 minutes down. So that means we have 19 minutes to spare, and really it's only about 15 minutes, but they're only 5 minutes up the road, so it shouldn't be a problem, though they will probably accelerate before we do and could see that gap open up more or not. But really we're down to 54k now. We're gonna get water for the last time, seemingly. With only 50k to go, I think Shaw could just about be done with that. The big problem, though, is we've been slowly ramping up, and because of the short stage nature, tempo's been high. Everybody's tired already. Vatsek. These guys are not at 100% before we begin climbing the Tourmalet, which is basically now. Officially, we'll be on the climb here momentarily. 13.8 kilometers. 8.3%, and it's relentless. And now we are officially climbing. We got 12.5k to go till the top, and I'm holding a 78 to conserve energy, and I think I want to conserve energy even more. Let's go down to a 76. I'd rather drift. I'd rather have guys left and chase. We've got a nice long descent to recover, but you've got to survive the first climb, and it's clear that that's not going to happen. All these domestiques are already late on, so gel for each of them and hope they can hang on for a while. There's still 10k to go. This is wild just how quickly this group is disintegrating. We're already down to 90 in the peloton. There goes Shaw. The strongest support climber of the day is supporting Vatsek, so he should still be around later, but that's already the tail end. Oh my goodness, I didn't realize how close to the back we were. Zayats and Montez and Panamar. Panamar is still protecting Montez. Let's up his effort to a 78, and then Zayats needs to go protect Haddad and gel up. There's 8k to go. Zayats is not going to make the top of this thing. Okay, we need to watch Montez and make sure even at a 78, he's still blinking red. And right at the tail end. Down to 80. Riders are dropping quick.
The rider will have to burn some energy to get
there
back
goes
into
Panamar. That's going to leave Montez on his own, so he's going to have to work harder. Here goes Abdullah. So Montez needs to go protect Vatsek. We're going to be down to 4 guys. And now it's Haddad who's in trouble. Needs to up the effort. 72 riders left. 6k. Lots of riders gone. 60 left. Pace has lifted a bit. 6.5 minutes to whoever's at the front. Definitely not 21 riders left anymore. 4k less tempo. Oh, Dad just got blocked off a little bit. That's not helping him. Down to 55. He's pretty close to the back end, and that quick bike
really
length
hot,
that
so
he
for the moment,
lost
we shouldn't see too many attacks.
is dangerous at the moment. Zayats and Montez are both kind of at their end, and we're at 2K to go. This could be 15, 20 riders at the top. And some of what's here in the 44 are breakaway riders that have been reeled in. There's Zayats at the back. I think the other 3 are going to make the top, but it's 1K. Ooh, this out. Only? Zayats out. Down to 40. 300 meters. Let's make sure the KOM hasn't already been decided. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Burhi is at the front, by the way. 6 riders up the road means we've got points if it amounts to 7. Yes, 4 and 2 points remain. But are the KOM guys up the road? I don't even remember who the KOM guys are anymore. Fauerprost is up the road. Will 4 points do us any good? I think he's up the road, isn't he? Yes, but he's only 3rd. He's got 12 points. Will getting 4 do us any good? Well, if we're still in it at the end, it might. Vacek, it's 200 meters. Go claim 4 points. There you go. He's still in it, maybe. 23 points behind. 32K left. 1 climb to go. Only 2 support riders left. Zayats is barely a minute behind. He is close. These guys might regain contact. And that would be okay because those 2 guys are not threatening for me. Now we've got 16 riders chasing, including Zayats, so that's a different matter. Pidcock is 13th. He's been dropped. Carapaz is 28th these days. Baggioli at 16th. I think you got too many guys to bring back forward to hope that that group regains contact, and you'd rather see this remain just with 40. Yeah, it's almost 2 minutes ahead. I think it will remain just this group. 2 minutes is a pretty healthy advantage. All right, now we got to watch. There's not much of a valley here. We go down, we go up. The Lewis Ardennes, 13.5K, 7.5%. So it's not much easier than the other climb. Not much at all. Can't afford to go out the back. Can't afford to go out the back. I'm riding a 90 to keep up right now. That is not the tempo that I want to be running. At all. Haddad also. Haddad, follow Vacek, and we'll just control Vacek. 87. I don't like this pace at all. I do not like this pace. Backing off. They've lifted the tempo. 9.5K to go. Down to an 85. Nobody's been dropped, but that's because everybody got a chance to recover on the descent, even those leading the way. But I would think we'll start to see a few riders dropped before too long here. We're almost halfway up, and that tempo was so high. And here we go. Now it's happening. Riders are getting dropped. 7K left. Fortunato, the one who's been dropped. The only one that's been dropped. This is the group that left, left Zayats behind. They're way behind now, though. There could be aggression at the front here, but I just don't feel like we've got the firepower to handle the tempo that they're setting right now. We're down to 6K, though. And they are ultimately hanging in there. But now we're able to start coming back forward and be a part of the later portion of this race. Got blocked off a little bit there. A little bit of a step back from where we were and what we were trying to do. And riders are dropping out now. 29. 4K. Okay, now we've got to start reacting for the finish line. Nobody's escaped, by the way. That's all breakaway riders coming back. 3K. Okay. Montez has already used his gel. Let's gel for Haddad. We've got a little bit of a lead out here. Burhi wins the stage. And we're 5:45 behind that. Ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I was trying to pause, not speed up. On to Haddad. Vatsek. Final kilometer. Final kilometer. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's freaking out. Okay. Let's get caught up on the race situation before we inch out our last kilometer and lose some time here. So, okay. We got some things happening. I'm going backward. Let's go way backwards. All the way to Zayats. All right. Albert Phillipson, Fortunato, Custo, Del Toro. Here's those guys that were getting dropped, right? Here's the ones that attacked. August, Pidcock, Romo, Donovan. Not sure how far behind they are, but they are definitely a ways behind Tecumbo, Bissau, Balderstone, and Carapaz. That's the front. That's the guys that attacked off the back. Now we're getting into, we've already overtaken a couple of those guys, the early drops from that front group of 40. So we're down to plus breakaway, about 40 riders left, right? Maybe 42. Pare Pinter, Basato, Arnsman. We're doing this as the last mountain stage, guys. This is the last mountain stage. 3K. To shorten here is where this group is at right now. Delbove, Pellizzari in the top 10. In the top 10. Buitrago, Hindley, Lipovitz, who's, gosh, what did he just took second? Well, there was still one stage to go on me catching up with highlights and where I'm at recording wise on this. One stage left in Paris-Nice, but he was second. Lindqvist, Van Hoek, Sheffield, top 25. Lescano, top 25. Bergadow, top 40. Gregoire, 6th overall, dropped. He's no longer going to be a threat. Martinez, 25th. For Prost. He's not getting KOM points at the top of this one. Kristen, Berthet, Storer, Lentz. Vinter, 12th. There's Montez, 26th. And we're definitely inside the top about 20 riders now. Riccitello. Vingegaard, 7th overall. And he's been dropped. 83 Mountain. He's getting dropped. Here's Haddad, who is done. He is fading. So Haddad, let's get him set. Okay, Montez is already on his own. Haddad just climbed his own pace. But here's Vatsek. He's only going to last for a moment. Let's go like 70 and just try to hang on. But he is going to lose some time. We knew that was going to happen, especially with only the +2 today, right? Gall, Van Wilder is 8th. There's Poole, who is 3rd, but they're kind of right here with me. It's going to make it hard for them to gain much time. 800 meters, though, and Vatsek is only going to last another about 50 to 100 before he runs out of energy, meaning he's got 700 meters to lose time. He lost anywhere from a minute to 2 minutes over everybody, over like 1.8K last time. This time it's going to be about 700 meters, so hopefully it's only maybe a minute. Rodriguez, Sivikov, those guys are too far down. There's Hagland ahead of us with his 79, and kill for that one right now. Lenny Martinez, there's a danger. There is a danger. He's looking still pretty strong right now. He's out of the saddle and pushing on. He could take some time off of us. He's one of those ones we could easily lose a minute to. Chamonix, Glog, there's Malesi in 5th. He's still riding on, looking strong. And Evenepoel in 11th and Pogacar. So it looks like there's 2 guys in that top 5 that are now a real danger to us right now and a chance to bump us off that podium. De Plus, 19th. Grat, Ucha from the breakaway. Ucha was not in the breakaway, though. When did he attacked somewhere earlier and got separation? And then at the finish line is Burhi. Burhi already finished. He's the one that's 24 minutes down. Not a threat right now. All right. Vatsek. Hanging on to the back end of the group. 500 meters. Still riding. And we've got to just now climb our pace. These guys are going slower. We got to push on. Grat takes 2nd. Lucha Brooks takes third. He was 10th overall, so he will get some time. But there's Lenny Martinez and Malesi, fourth and fifth, ahead of Evenepoel. Then Pogacar, Rodriguez, De Plus. Now it's 6 minutes, but Burhi finished a while early, so it's really hard to tell where we're at on time. But here comes Vacek, 14th on the stage with only a +2 with these massive climbs and breakaway. Some riders being amongst those ahead of us. That's about 10th on the stage with only a +2. The support riders, Haddad and Montez, doing so much to help us out today. Vacek with his 14th. It was Haddad 21st and Montez 22nd. It really helped us get there with hopefully minimal losses. But like I said, there was already 6 minutes on the clock to Burhi. And there was a good gap from Burhi to Grat. But how much is the gap? I guess we'll find out here in a moment. Oh, good news. Grat was 5 minutes down. So Vacek at 6:18. He's within just over a minute from anybody ahead of him. In fact, the first threats, right, come in at 5:13. So he loses a minute 5 at most to anybody dangerous. That's really good news. That is really good news based on that +2 race day condition, considering how far off he was from what it could have been. That's good. I mean, that's better than last stage with better race day condition. That just shows, though, how important support is at this difficulty level. At earlier difficulty levels, it's about the individual, and the individual can just hammer it out. On lower difficulty levels, if they have quality and they have a good race day condition, they can absolutely just crush the field and go solo time after time. It's really easy to do. But on this difficulty level, it's the opposite. And it's so easy for them to go away from you without a big boost in race day condition when you are somebody who's a 75 mountain, right? When you don't have the quality. If we were controlling Vingegaard, we win this stage today. I don't know what his race day condition was, but say he's neutral. We win the stage. Because Vacek just nowhere near that. Haglund was 18th. We beat Haglund in the end. He had been ahead of us. We beat Poole. Poole was third. He ended up behind us, so we overtook Poole on the way to the finish and actually gained time over him. So let's see. We're still in second. We are still in second place. Folks, this has got to be a podium now, right? It's got to be. Now, all three of them are still there. They're still in range. They're 2 minutes behind us, like more or less, right? 2 minutes, all three of them. That race day condition on the time trial, stage 20. It's going to be important. We're going to lose that fitness peak here pretty quickly, but it's looking like we should be able to hang on at least to a podium. At least to a podium. One of them beats me. Hopefully not two. But again, we're looking at a 72 for Martinez. And we're looking at an 80 for Malesi. He's going to be a threat. And Poole. Malesi's the one who might be able to beat me to second place. I feel like with Martinez and Poole and what their ratings are, Vacek should be able to hang on. That the big thing is just what is the race day condition on stage 20. If that fitness peak is already gone at that point, he's looking at a 0 or a -1 or a -2 on the day. It could get ugly. If these guys are on +4s or 5s, it could be difficult. It's not going to be a short stage. It's not going to be an easy stage. But if we can have what we had today, if we have a +2, we'll hang on to no worse than third. Malesi could steal time. Should steal time. But will he steal enough? And then I think we can hold those guys off. And we're way ahead. Van Wilder's not going to catch us. Vingegaard's not going to catch us. They're not a threat. And we're not a threat to Pogacar either. 6 minutes behind. So he is going to win this tour. But I think we might have a podium on our hands. I think we've got a great shot at it now. We certainly have the kind of advantage we need to hang on to it, especially when only one of the three is a threat in the time trial. A big threat. But the only threat. He should be moving on to the podium and hopefully only into third. Ucha Barux is up to 8th. Gregoire drops to 9th. We saw him go out the back fairly early on the climb. And Evenepoel is 10th. Vinter, Burhi, Haddad's up to 16th. Pellizzari lost a bunch of time too. But It's a big gap from Haddad to anybody else either side, and he's not a good time trialist, and Pidcock is much better. That gap could be overcome, but he's looking at a 16th or 17th. That should be worth a few points. Montez is 24th, 40 minutes down. All right. Points. Milan ahead. Vacek's done well there, but it's now third place. Burhi has moved into second, especially taking the finishing climb. And, well, really, he took both climbs, so he picked up 40 points. He only had 28. He got 40 today. Prost, 78. Vacek, too far down. He's competitive in both, but he's not going to take it. Just like Haddad is competitive in the under 25s, and so is Montez, second and fourth, but he's not going to take it. Winter, a good time trialist, and Haddad not, so definitely not a threat. But there's the one we can get. Not that it matters, but the team classification, if we put in a good time trial, if we get 3 guys with good times, we should be able to hang on to that one. And finally, somebody besides us has boosted a nation that's in the pool. So from a 5-point nation, Ethiopia is now a 7-point nation. Caden Groves wins the sprint on 19. No changes in the standings. The top 20 all hold their positions. You can really tell we're coming up on the end of this tour, stage 20 now, and the time trial, it's 30.5 kilometers long. Mostly flat, but there's 3 little hills along the way that absolutely do impact the riders. Most of my guys have already gone in there well off the time. We do not have good time trialists here, but Montez, he's got a decent race day condition. He's the first guy of 6 to go that's had even more than a +1. Most of them have had a negative. Montez has a +2 today, and as he's pushing on 1.5K to go, let's up this tempo and push towards the finish. He's going to get there in about 800 meters. And we can attack to the end, and that's 66th, 401 down. Again, the time not mattering much for him, but now we can focus on Haddad and Vacek, who will set off soon. Haddad, the first one to actually get his expected race day condition, still on his fitness peak, and actually have a positive. He's got a +2 on his expected race day condition, and sitting on a +5 here, giving him a 71 to that time trial. It's going to make for a pretty decent time here in 16th, but Vacek we'll set off with him soon, and his expected today is still a +4, so that fitness peak has not come to an end yet. It will end in just a couple of days. He's got a positive race day condition. That's going to be enough, folks. That is going to be enough. We are going to have a podium, but now, is it going to be second or is it going to be third? A 78 is fine. He can handle it. He might even be able to handle a 79 towards the end with these positives. Nope, we don't want an 84. Back off, and make it a 78. All right. Okay, so Montez finished at 401 down from Haddad. We need to start paying attention. Well, not at Haddad yet. Well, sometime after this, but ahead of him is Pidcock. Pidcock was 229 down. We are 310 down, and we were 3 minutes ahead of him. So 1 minute the gap. We're not going to go backwards. It's about a chance to go forwards. And Pellizzari behind us is a minute and a half ahead. So we're not going to catch him, meaning Haddad should be able to keep 16th position here at the finish line. 2K to go for him. We'll focus on him until he finishes, and then we'll start making our way back towards Vacek, who's doing fine at a 78. He's actually ahead. We might be able to manage that 79 sooner rather than later, but attacking for the line for Haddad. He'll get there at 408 down. So, yeah, he'll keep his 16th. That's good. Pellizzari's fine. We're looking at a minute for Sivakov. Rodriguez is 2 minutes down at his second time check, 131 for Burhi. He's up to 12th, by the way, after winning the stage. Venter is 11th, 16:43. He's only 34 seconds down. He's putting in a very good time trial, top 10 performance there. He's looking to crack that top 10, but it's a Venepul he's chasing. Venepul level 0 at the first time check. Ghana was leading. Well, Jan Christen was leading. Wait, hold on. Jan Koch was leading for quite a while. Just recently, around the time of between Montez and Haddad, is Sheffield and Van Aert. They both just recently crossed the line. Ghana had gone top around the time of Montez, or a little before Montez. But, yeah, anyway, top 10. So, Evenepoel putting in the top time at the second time check. So he's definitely not relinquishing his top 10 spot. Gregoire, half a minute down at the first time check, not yet to the second. Brooks is a minute down at the first. He's not doing great. Vingegaard is doing well, but he's 30 seconds down. His race day condition has not been very good. Van Wilder is 11 seconds down at the first time check. Okay, top 5. This is where it counts for Vácek. We're looking at Max Poole. Just 21 seconds down at the first time check. Not too shabby on that part. Malesi, equal 0. He's 5th, but 0. Less than a second behind the first time check. That's dangerous. Martinez is half a minute down, 31 seconds down. And here comes Vácek. He's about to cross that line. So Pogačar, meanwhile, also still on his way to the first one, but I mean, he's got an 80 base. So here we go. Vácek riding a 78 through the first time check is 24 seconds down. 24 seconds. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. And we can roll a 79 here. No. Well, let's go 78 a little bit longer. We've got these hills to climb. I think we want to push an 80 through the hills and try to use our combination. Well, our time trialing is better on the flat than it is on the hills. We're not a hill climber, so let's do the 79 now. We'll do 78 for the climbs. So we'll keep an eye on the second time checks. Well, first time check is got, where is Pogačar? Pogačar, 16 seconds down, so only 8 seconds better than us. But again, 6 minutes. We're not overcoming that. Okay, well, there was the first little hill. Here's the biggest hill of the day. Let's keep that 79 going. We've got the energy. In fact, let's start pushing an 80. We're going to get some recovery here in a moment. He's such a better time trialist and has the race day condition with the +5 that Vácek is just outdoing all of his teammates. The 76-77 was what I was rolling until I saw that better guys, which I only have a couple here, could handle a 78. Vácek's so much better that he's 7th, just 5 seconds down at the second time check, and he's got spare energy. He's putting in a fantastic time. Malesi, though, second time check was just 2 seconds down, but we're only 3 seconds behind him. We're only 3 seconds behind him. And there's Lenny Martinez. We're going to overtake Lenny Martinez before the end. 82. We still have spare energy. In fact, we have so much spare energy that let's roll an 85. We have overtaken Lenny Martinez. All right. Let's hold, though. Pogačar has crossed that second time check. Some time ago, he was 46 seconds down. We're 41 seconds ahead of him. He's cruising towards the end of this race. But the finish, it's Van Aert, Evenepoel, Ghana, Kristen. There's Malesi just 3 seconds down. But we had, 2-minute advantage? We're not going to be 2 minutes down. We are not going to be 2 minutes down. Let's go. 2.5K to go. 1.5K to go. Riding an 86. Final kilometer. Final 400 meters. 99. To the finish line. Oh! 20 seconds ahead! Holy crap! That was Lenny Martinez, and Pogačar's not going to be ahead. We're going to win the stage. It's going to be stage number 5 for Vácek, and it's going to be stage number 6 for this tour. Holy cow. All of that positive race day condition really helping, but it's so rare to win a time trial on this difficulty level. So rare, unless you have somebody who is just legit amazing. We win the stage by 20 seconds, and I had a little bit left in the tank. I could have eked out maybe 2 to 3 more seconds too. Evenepoel also on the podium. But there is Pogačar winning the race. One stage to go, right? Champs-Élysées. But Vácek comfortably second. Malesi does move into third. Poole fourth. Lenny Martinez falls to fifth. Then Wilder, Evenepoel, Vingegaard, Gregoire, and Vinther are your top 10. Oh my goodness, Fatsek. There's a way to hang on to your podium. Or Prost. No points available today, so that's secure. For Prost will win the King of the Mountains. Points. There's got to be some points for this stage, but not enough to contend, right? And Champs-Élysées is going to be a sprint. Milan, yeah, 235. Koish, we're 6th, way too far down. So, but that team classification's got to be in check, right? Young rider Vinter, 12 minutes ahead of Haddad. Oh my gosh, that opened up. And yeah, 11 and a half minutes ahead. We're going to win the team classification and take 2nd in GC. Hell yeah, 1 to go. Well, there's no need for an actual spin because the final Pop 7 nation is Denmark, which means the Pop 7s are gone. We do still have some Pop 6s and Pop 4s. And then, of course, the Pop 8s and 9s. So next year's Tour de France will be looking at Pops 8 and above unless somebody that I don't have unlocked at the moment. So Israel, Hungary, Kazakhstan, Ecuador, Australia, New Zealand, Luxembourg, or Poland wins stage 21 and gives the nation a boost. Because Ethiopia has done that this season. They have gotten the boost. They are suddenly a Pop 7, but it's already unlocked. So it's got to be one of the nations that's still locked, which there aren't that many, that aren't already Pop 7 or above. Those Pop 8s and 9s obviously can't change. They are locked in on what they are. And there's only one Pop 8 nation. So the next Tour de France stage victory will go to the Netherlands and be an absolutely gargantuan addition. Denmark's a pretty big one too, with a 7-5. It is pouring, so the final obstacle of this race is getting there in one piece without a crash. So hopefully I didn't just jinx myself, but we are very comfortably in that 2nd place. We can afford to lose time here, and it won't be a thing. But it is going to be Vatsek leading out instead of Harasim. Harasim's got a -3, Panamar's got a -4, Abdullah's got a -2, Vatsek's got a +3. Shaw has a +4 today, so he is up for it. We'll go for the stage. 37k to go in this tour. 2 minutes advantage to a front 9, though. That's a lot of riders for a breakaway at the Champs-Élysées, and that's a healthy gap also with just 30k to go. But it's already come down to 1:20. Oh my goodness. Is our tempo crazy or what? Let's focus in on the race and get ready. In fact, Zayats and Panamar are going backwards. Don't want that. So 11.5k to go, and we are setting up our train. Panamar is going to come out and push, and we want to stretch things quickly because the little down-up section under the bridge is the most important. 9k to go. It's your best chance without a proper sprinter. It's your best chance to get something. So we are going flat out all the way towards the finish here. That's it. Harasim, Haddad, where's Montez and Zayats? They're there or thereabouts. 6k, gel for everyone. No early attack on this one, but we are out front. 4k, Haddad still leading. Montez, we're down to the final 4 guys at 3k, just 99, 99, 99 all the way. And we might get a little soft sprint, but Montez has so much acceleration that it's going to hurt Zayat's 1.7. And then we're going good, but we are very much not in the first position. Oh, hey. I love those little fun shifts. 600 meters to go, and Shaw still has a lead out. He's going to get a run in. It's not going to be a win, but it is going to be a podium. Colby Simmons takes the win. Aiden Shaw gets 2nd. Ahead of Milan and Koish Mois. That's it, gets 6th. Respectable finish there. DeLee, Noviero, Anderson, Lund Anderson, grabbing to 9th, and Caden Groves only 10th. Jakobsen, Philipsen, well, it's not Jasper. Jakobsen only grabs 12th. Pinot, Van Aert's only 18th. Great 2nd place. Dang near made it stage number 7, but Colby Simmons won that pretty comfortably. He had a little bit of a gap between his back wheel and our front wheel. That's going to do it for this episode. Please smash that like button on this one for a tremendous and comfortable second place for Vatsek, who comes through not only with hanging on to his podium position, but winning the damn stage. Like, that's crazy. And finishes less than 5 minutes behind Pogacar, who is just in a league of his own in this race. He had no real competition. He could have, should have, but Vingegaard way down, 14 and a half minutes behind in 8th. Can't believe that happened, right? Visma, not even in it. And he was their leader. And he did claw his way back from, like Vatsek, way down. He climbed back up into the top 10. But the damage that happened on stage 1, I think he was included on that, and he never really pursued it the way we did. I was worried that we could be as low as 5th. In fact, I was worried we'd be out of the top 5 the stage prior. And then all of a sudden it was down to 5 contenders. It was like, okay, we can get a top 5, and like I got to be able to be one of them, right? We can hang on to a top 4. And we lost a minute and a half to everybody but Pogacar, and then we lost a minute to everybody. Really only a few guys. Right? Only lost a minute to a few guys. And then we come out with that +5 on that time trial and win. Oh, that felt so good. Felt so damn good. Points, Milan, we were 6th. Mountain, Fire Prost, we were 3rd. Young Riders, Vinther, we were 2nd. Team, we got the win. At GC, 2nd place. Fantastic result. By the way, we are going to cash in so many points for this one. Even over the course of the last month, we have climbed up to 3rd in the team classification, and there's no reason to doubt that we will be any lower than that following this result. We should be very comfortably 3rd. It's UAE and Visma who have been dominant. Visma will not collect that many points, and I think we will close the gap on them significantly, but probably not catch them. But that's going to do it for this one. I'll see you next time. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.